Did you know that the luxury loungewear market moves almost $3 billion today? This happened because women discovered something the elite always knew: elegance has no business hours. If you feel you were born for something more, something that doesn't have a name yet, but that you recognize in the posture of a woman who enters quietly and leaves noticed, then this channel is for you. Hello, I'm Carol, and there's a silent difference between women who just live and women who command their own lives. Today I'm going to show you what most fashion consultants don't have the courage to say. Grace Kelly didn't become a princess on her wedding day. She was already royalty behind the scenes, even at breakfast. Elegance isn't improvised when the door opens. It's cultivated when no one is watching. There's something that always bothers me when I see certain fashion consultants preaching that anything goes at home. It's as if there were a magic switch at our front door that gave us permission to turn off our femininity and elegance. This is a dangerous mistake, and I'll explain why through something I discovered studying the habits of the most powerful women in the world. The elite silent code. While most still associate comfort with sloppiness, women who inherit mansions and not bills to pay understand that true comfort is that which also carries presence. They have an unwritten rule: elegance is what you do when no one is watching. Claire Underwood in House of Cards would never wear an old t-shirt to tend the garden, and it's not because there are cameras, it's because women of command dress with presence even to water plants. This isn't coincidence, it's strategy. The elegant woman understands that she doesn't dress for others. She dresses to maintain her own internal standard of excellence. And here lies one of the elite's best-kept secrets. They never start the day in chaos, always with intentional morning routines. This includes dressing carefully even when at home. Who takes care of pajamas? Takes care of destiny. It may seem exaggerated, but think with me. How can you expect the world to treat you seriously if you don't treat yourself seriously even at home? The silent competitive edge. Let me tell you something that happened to an acquaintance of mine. Let's call her Anna. Anna was always an impeccable woman at work. Well-cut blazers, hair always done, perfect makeup. This happened, but when the pandemic arrived and she started working from home, something changed. First, she thought, no one will see me from the waist down in Zoom meetings. Then she started wearing pajamas on the bottom half. Later, she thought, if I don't have a meeting today, I can stay in my robe until later. In 3 months, Anna was spending entire days in pajamas, without properly brushing her hair, feeling strange in her own skin. So when she needed to return to the office, she felt she had lost part of her identity. But the worst wasn't that. The worst was that she had stopped recognizing herself as a woman of command. What you wear at home determines how the world treats you outside it. Because the way you present yourself creates an internal mental pattern that you carry to all environments. The difference between common woman and elite. Common women buy clothes to go out. Elite women invest in presence 24 hours a day. They understand that sartorial consistency is silent power. Even in home office, elegant women have an unspoken rule. They would never let pajamas conduct a meeting. They command the environment, and this starts with what they wear. It's not about impressing others on the video conference. It's about maintaining their own standard of leadership. Think about the following situation. You're at home, in an old robe, hair messy, when someone knocks on the door. It could be the delivery person, it could be a neighbor, it could be a disguised opportunity. In that moment, how do you feel? Embarrassed? Like you want to hide? Exactly. You just lost a chance to make a good impression. Now, imagine you're at home, but with a well-cut cotton set, hair combed, presence maintained. The same situation happens. How do you feel? Confident? Ready for anything? That's the difference between a common woman and an elite woman. The secret codes no one tells you. Rich women know something most don't know. True luxury doesn't scream, it whispers. At home, they don't wear clothes with giant logos or flashy pieces. They bet on quality pieces, perfect cuts and natural fabrics that communicate refinement without saying a word. If you feel you're still not being treated like the woman you are, maybe it's because the world hasn't seen you as such yet. In my course, Look Rich Without Spending Much, I teach exactly how to embody this silently powerful woman. This course has a promotional launch price because the classes are being released gradually. Once it's complete, the price will rise to full price without discount. In it, you learn the visual, behavioral, and social codes of rich women, including how to dress at home to keep your elegance always impeccable. Because when you dress like a woman of value, the world responds with value. The link is in the description. But back to the subject. What's the practical difference between a common woman and an elite woman when it comes to dressing at home? Would you feel comfortable being proposed to with the appearance you have now? If the answer is no, maybe your comfort standard is sabotaging you more than you imagine. Because here's the truth no one talks about. Opportunities don't schedule appointments. They appear when you least expect them, and elegant women are always ready for them. The difference lies in invisible details. First, fabrics. Women who understand silent power choose natural materials like organic cotton, linen, modal, and cashmere for their home clothes. These fabrics are not only more comfortable but have a drape that communicates quality instantly. An interesting curiosity. Did you know that the luxury loungewear trend for 2025 bets on elevated silhouettes, like tailored joggers and structured cardigans? This means the most elegant women are definitively abandoning that idea of sloppy house clothes. Second, coordinated sets. Elite women rarely mix random pieces at home. They have strategically planned sets. Blouse and pants from the same line, cardigan that harmonizes with the basic t-shirt, shorts and blouse in fabrics that talk to each other. Third, and here's a little spoken secret, they always take care of their hair. It doesn't need to be an elaborate hairstyle, but clean and minimally arranged hair makes all the difference in the energy you project, even to yourself. The secret wardrobe for command. Let me tell you what I discovered studying the habits of truly successful women. They have specific pieces to stay at home, but these pieces are so well chosen that they could command a boardroom if necessary. For example, a cotton midi dress with short sleeves and structured cut, comfortable enough to spend the day at home, elegant enough to receive the former boss who showed up unannounced. Or sweatsuits, but not just any sweatsuit. Architecturally cut sweatwear with details like subtle shoulder pads or more geometrically precise cuts that give that air of silent authority even while being casual. The pants are also strategic. Wide leg pants in breathable fabrics, which are ultra comfortable but have a drape that communicates sophistication. Or premium quality leggings that don't mark, don't pill, and have such a perfect cut they seem to have been designed for your body. Elegance is what you do when no one is watching. The psychology behind silent power. Here's a truth many people aren't prepared to hear. The way you dress directly affects how you think, feel, and act. When you're well-dressed, even at home, your brain receives signals that you value yourself and automatically elevates your standard of behavior. This isn't motivational talk. It's applied neuroscience. Studies show that our clothing influences our behavior and decision-making ability. When you dress with intention, you automatically think more clearly, speak with more authority, make more assertive decisions. And there's another crucial detail. You'll get used to seeing yourself as a woman of elevated standard. You know that horrible feeling of passing in front of the mirror and thinking, wow, what a mess? It disappears when you create the habit of always being up to your ambitions. The errors that denounce common origin. First error, thinking old clothes are house clothes. They're not. Old clothes are clothes to donate or throw away. House clothes should be comfortable but never compromise your dignity. Second error, mixing prints and colors as if you were an abstract art project. One patterned piece with another completely different patterned piece, colors that clash with each other. This screams amateurism from miles away. Third error, ignoring that accessories communicate social class. A classic watch, a discreet but quality earring, even an elegant hair clip make the difference between looking careless and looking intentionally casual. Fourth error, neglecting the foundation. Dry skin, unkempt nails, lifeless hair. These details can ruin any look, even the most expensive in the world. The strategy of command key pieces. Want to know how elegant women build their home wardrobe without seeming like they're trying to prove something? They invest in versatile key pieces that work as a silent power uniform. A cashmere or superior quality knit cardigan, for example, can be worn over a basic t-shirt, over a dress, with tailored pants, or with premium jeans. It's one piece that solves 1,000 situations while maintaining elegance. A well-cut jumpsuit is also strategic. Dresses in 2 seconds is comfortable for any activity, but looks like a conscious styling decision. Dresses in natural fabrics are another sure bet for women who understand elegant practicality. A dress solves everything at once, is practical for all activities, and gives that fluid mobility that pants sometimes don't offer. If you want to be elegant, transform your elegance into competitive advantage and have more success, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and leave a like. How not to fall into the mediocrity trap. The key lies in elegant discipline. Elite women plan even their house clothes. They have a sacred routine. They wake up, shower, prepare themselves to command the day, even if that command is exercised within the home. It's not neurosis. It's a standard of excellence applied. Truly successful women always plan clothes the night before so they can present themselves in the best possible way in any unexpected situation. And there's something I learned observing women of true power. They never allow themselves to be half ready. Either they're wearing specific clothes for cleaning, which is also a thought-out and appropriate outfit for that function, or they're presentable for any eventuality. There's no middle ground in elegance. The secret of fabrics that communicate class. Natural fabrics like Egyptian cotton, Italian linen, silk, merino wool, and cashmere always have a drape that communicates quality instantly, unlike synthetics that scream economy even when they're expensive. That's why even a simple 100% cotton piece will look more refined than an elaborate polyester. For hot climates, long fiber, cotton, linen, premium modal. For cold climates, cashmere, merino wool, museum quality knit. And always avoid those fabrics that pill, that deform in the first wash, or that feel like plastic on the body. Elegance as a language of power. Here's a deep reflection. How many times have you felt at a disadvantage for not being dressed appropriately for the moment? Maybe in an unexpected video call, or when someone important showed up at your house without warning, or when a professional opportunity arose out of nowhere? Elite women have completely eliminated this vulnerability from their lives. They're always ready because elegance is a matter of being prepared to command any situation that life presents. And this puts you at a competitive advantage over other women. When everyone is relaxing too much in personal care, you maintain the standard. This automatically makes you stand out, gives you more internal confidence, and consequently, attracts more opportunities. The golden rule of powerful women. Serena van der Woodsen in Gossip Girl had an unspoken rule. Even hungover, she would never be seen disheveled. Not because someone was watching, but because women of true power understand that image consistency is character consistency. What you wear at home determines how the world treats you outside it, because it first determines how you treat yourself. How to apply this to your new reality. Start with a silent revolution. Choose 5 complete looks to wear at home during the week. It could be a structured cotton set, a comfortable but cut dress, a combination of premium cardigan with fluid pants, a well-designed jumpsuit, and a knit set with impeccable drape. Always have on hand a lip balm with subtle color, a perfume that's your olfactory signature, basic accessories like a classic watch and earrings that communicate sophistication without effort. Create the sacred ritual of preparing yourself when you wake up, even if it's to stay home. 15 minutes make the difference between a woman who happens with life and a woman who makes life happen. The investment in yourself. You don't need to liquidate your savings. Better to have 7 superior quality pieces that make you feel powerful than 30 that make you feel common. Always prefer quality to quantity, betting on timeless pieces and colors that talk to each other and that you can combine infinitely. And remember, these clothes have a strategic dual function, being comfortable for all domestic activities and being adequate if you need to exercise your power outside the home quickly. Why this strategy is infallible? Because when you take care of your appearance with the same seriousness that you take care of your goals, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious. I have high standards in all areas of my life. And when you have high standards, automatically your posture changes, your way of speaking elevates, your confidence multiplies. It's a power cycle. You dress with intention, feel aligned with your ambitions, act more decisively, obtain better results, which reinforces your identity as a woman of elevated standard. The transformation you'll experience. In a few weeks applying this philosophy of domestic elegance, you'll notice profound changes. Your internal energy naturally elevates, and you feel prepared for any unexpected situation. Your self-confidence becomes unshakable. People start treating you with more respect, even in casual interactions. You stop feeling vulnerable when someone shows up unannounced. Your presence becomes more magnetic, even without conscious effort. Look, I know it may seem laborious initially, but elegance is a habit that pays for itself in opportunities and respect, and habits are created with repeated conscious intention. One of the most important characteristics of truly successful women is consistency. They don't do anything halfway, especially when it comes to how they present themselves to the world. It's not about being superficial or futile. It's about respecting yourself enough to present yourself in the best possible way, even to yourself. Because, in the end, the person you spend the most time with in life is you, and she deserves your best version every day. And when you get used to seeing yourself as a woman of elevated standard every day, this automatically elevates your general life standard. You stop accepting less than you deserve in all areas: relationships, career, social treatment, opportunities. Who takes care of pajamas, takes care of destiny. If this video made sense to you and you want to have access to more exclusive content about how to develop your elegance as a power tool, consider becoming a channel sponsor through the Members Club, with values starting at $4.99. Just click the Become a Member button. Tell me in the comments which revelation impacted you the most. And if you already practice any of these domestic elegance strategies, share your experience with other women who are starting this journey. A kiss, and until next time,